every year I love to put together this Halloween haunt and corn maze for all the neighbors and everybody else. And we like to donate to charities each and every year. They have decided to send them home because they're unvaxxed. So they are discriminating against the unvaxxed for really, to me, I believe that there is no reason for that. They're already in sick kids going through so much, and now they have to have this added stress. And with children, if you ask me, David, it's that these poor children are going to think that they've done something wrong.
Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
Well, you know, kids, Halloween will soon be upon us, and you want to know what's really scary? It is the house of Lisa Robinson. Yes, the former candidate for the Conservative Party in Beaches, East York. Just will you see her Halloween setup. And whatever you do, kids, don't forget your 3D glasses. Ooh, that's scary. David Menzies for Rebel News here in Pickering, Ontario. And folks, I am at the residence of Lisa Robinson. You might remember that name. She was the Conservative candidate in Beaches, East York, until, unfortunately, her own party canceled her in September. We'll have a separate video on an update to that egregious story. But from real-life horror to pretend horror, Lisa, this is an amazing thing you have done to your house here. We just took a tour, my cameraman Lincoln and I. It's disturbing and horrific and terrifying in bright daylight. I can only imagine what it's like when darkness takes Lisa. Lisa, what's the story behind this Halloween display?
Oh, I do this every single year, David. Thank you so much for having me on again. Every year, I love to put together this Halloween haunt and corn maze for all the neighbors and everybody else. And we like to donate to charities each and every year.
And you know, that is kind of the news peg this year. Lisa, out in Spruce Grove, Alberta, there was a couple there that put on a haunted house to raise money and food for the food bank. They last year $800 and 1,800 pounds of food. But the local Karens complained to the city, and the city basically told them, you either shut this down or you face a $100,000 fine. And you were originally raising money for Sick Kids Hospital. You got a call from Sick Kids. You had raised over $2,000 last time we spoke. And the call wasn't so much to thank you, it was about something else.
Yeah, the call was actually to see what kind of mandates that I had in place for COVID. For the little children running around outside in the open and where they're not touching anything. But they still want to know what kind of COVID protocols I had in place.
You know, I subscribe to the saying, it's one thing to look a gift horse in the mouth, it's another to kick its teeth. And to me, this is more horrific than any vampire, werewolf, or zombie. Lisa, you, out of the goodness of your heart, you have invested thousands of dollars of your own money. You're raising thousands for sick kids, and it's... yeah, we're more concerned with masking, social distancing, vax passports, what have you. I mean, I think that's outrageous.
I really think it was outrageous too, David. And, you know, I really struggled with my conscience to see if I wanted to continue raising funds for sick kids. And the reason why I say that is because we know that the Ontario government has put policies in place for people who are unvaxxed, that when they're at the hospital, you know, either you're vaccinated or if you're unvaxxed, then, you know, you can go ahead and do the testing for COVID-19 to make sure that you are okay. But unfortunately, it's very
So sorry, folks. We can't continue to show you the rest of the interview on YouTube. If you can, please take the off-ramp from YouTube, go to Rumble, go to Super U, go to Odyssey, and of course, go to rebelnews.com and see the rest of the interview uncensored.